Yes, my people, how are we? Oh, music started there. Got a bit of a black coffee set going on this morning. Counting down to Friday afternoon, where I'll be going to watch him over in Greenwich in London. So buzzing for that. But anyway, what a weird introduction to a vlog that is. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Chasing Hyrox Valencia series. We're now touching week 6, I believe. I'm losing track, but I think we're on week 6 of the little mini series here. This is the penultimate week of my strength block this week as well. So I've got this week, then I've got next week, then a deload. Then we're moving into some very specific Hyrox stuff in the last 8 weeks, counting down towards Hyrox Valencia in the middle of October. This morning, I've got a slightly different session to what you've seen previously on this series. Typically, I film these on like a Thursday or a Friday, or sometimes a Saturday, but it's currently Wednesday, so a bit of a different session. We've got some vertical strength with a seated or a standing barbell shoulder press. Also going to get some split squats involved, some Bulgarians. And then we've got a few accessory movements, just a strength session this morning. Got a nice and easy 8K run a bit later on. Yesterday, I just did an 8K threshold run. Monday was a front squat session. So that's how we're fixed so far this week. This morning, I've fueled up with a couple of rice cakes. Sometimes when, I'm training at this sort of time, which is sort of mid-morning, it's 9:30 now. There's not enough time for me to wake up and have, breakfast, so I'll just have something to tie me over. Hence why I had the rice cakes with banana, a little bit of protein powder, because the session isn't too intense. I've not got to worry about, slowing the digestion of those carbs. So I had a scoop of protein powder, a little bit of milk with that, made a little sludge, spread it on the rice cakes, creates like this Nutella sort of spread. It's banging with banana and honey. Sufficiently fueled for this session. I've also got in my handy little water bottle here a scoop of pre-workout from Applied Nutrition. Use code SAMGN at checkout to get all of your Applied Nutrition goods. Bit of beta-alanine in there to delay the buffer or to buffer the build-up of lactic acid. I've been taking that consistently for a little while now. You've got to saturate the muscles and the blood with that, so I've been doing that. Also got some citrulline malate in that pre-workout mix, which is going to increase my blood flow to get a nice pump going. And of course, 200 milligrams of caffeine just to blow my head right off, which I'm feeling now. I don't know if you can tell. I've also got some liquid IV electrolytes in this same little water bottle here, just to keep myself nicely hydrated to kick off the morning. Got a bit of work done this morning. Driven to the gym, outside the gym, ready to go. Sorry for the weird introduction to this video. I'm really feeling black coffee at the minute with T minus 2 days until we go and watch him play at Greenwich. So buzzing for that one. I might even have to, get some footage to slap on the end of this video to show you what it was all about. But yeah, that's the crack. Sorry for the weird intro. Let's get in the gym. Let's go make it happen. Bringing you with me. Let's do this. Right, so warm up boxed. Time to do some work. Right, okay, so that is overhead barbell press boxed off. Moving on now to Bulgarian split squats. Let's go. And just like that, the morning's work is boxed off. The abs are burning after that little finisher there. A few leg raises, a few heel taps. Got the old abdominals stinging a wee bit, but that's the wrap on the session. Good one overall. Felt pretty strong throughout, probably because I had a slightly easier day yesterday. I tend to have a double running day, or at least a longer running session, but with work demands yesterday evening, I sort of run out of time. So that's why I'm doing the run tonight instead of last night. But it helped with today's session because I felt a lot better, a lot stronger than I normally do on a Wednesday. So it was good to see the numbers go up once again. Second to last time I do that session. Quite like it, to be fair. Good mix of, you know, shoulders, and I like the old Bulgarians. As much as they hurt during, always feels good afterwards. So that's a wrap on the session. Get myself home, get some breakfast / lunch. I guess you call that brunch, don't we? That's what it's called. So yeah, I'll be bringing you with me for that, and then cracking on with some work until this evening's run. Lunch is being whipped up real quick. Got some leftover green lentil curry from the other day, and I'm just throwing in some eggs to scramble it up and make a little bit of an egg fried lentil situation. So that's the crack. I'll show you when it's done. And just like that, in literally 5 minutes, lunch is served, and that is why I will always cook too much. Little tip for you: always overcook, or not overcook the food, but cook enough for too much, if that makes sense. Because worst case scenario, you stick it in the fridge or you stick it in the freezer, you put it out, you've got lunch ready to go for the next day or the day after that, whenever you need it. So literally, got this green lentil curry, we've got some carrots in there, some new potatoes, some cauliflower, all sorts of goodness, cumin seeds, seasoned with turmeric, ginger, you know, just a load of goodness. I've got some coconut yogurt on top, sprinkled with some cashews, all done with some scrambled egg, for a bit of a lentil scramble, as I mentioned just there. But this is what it's all about: nice and quick, nice and high in protein, plenty of fibre, complex carbohydrates to see me through till this evening's run. So I'm going to tuck into this now. I'll give you a little taste test, of course. See what it's saying. Oh, it's an absolute banger. So good. Bon appetit. I'll see you in a bit. Right, and just like that, sat down at the desk, or, you know, at least the DJ stand converted into a desk. In case you didn't know, I used to fancy myself as a little bit of a disc jockey. Used to be nifty on the 1s and 2s. But anyway, I've had a shower after me lunch there, and I've got a little bit of protein pudding, or protein sludge as I like to call it. Got some vanilla protein powder in there. This protein powder is from Natural Nutrients, and it is the best I have found. No word of a lie. The best protein powder I've found. 3 ingredients, 100% whey, all grass-fed cows, natural sweeteners, no artificial fillers, bulking agents. And they was kind enough to send this out to me, and it tastes unreal as well. So get yourself some Natural Nutrients whey protein. I'll actually leave a link in the description down below with a discount code. So, you know, you can support me and support a brand that's, you know, clean when it comes to supplementation and quality when it comes to supplementation, which is something that I'm always preaching about. So that's a quick 20 to 25 hit of protein. I've got some cashews in there and some honey. Also got me last hit of caffeine for the day for this next work block. But I thought I'd let you know. I'll see you all for the run a little bit later. Oh, what a day, what a day, what a bloody day. It's currently 5:30. I can sit here and work all evening, but I'm not going to. I've got to get this run done. I put it off yesterday. But I'm fortunate enough to actually have a treadmill now. So shout out to the team at Deer Run. Shout out to the team at Pit Pat for sending me out a treadmill. It's very, very convenient whilst I train for this ultra marathon in Ibiza. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. This ultra marathon had suddenly slid into my agenda for the start of September. So I'm upping my running mileage simultaneously with this strength block. And I need to get these miles in. So I've got 50 minutes on feet, nice and easy. I'm going to get it done on the treadmill. I can set up a little podcast or YouTube video. And I don't have to, you know, go pushing myself out on the roads today. It's just a nice and easy, slow 50 minutes in zone 1, zone 2. So that's the plan. I'm going to get that done, get myself showered up, and then I can look at dinner and finishing this little bit of work. So, yeah, it's never ending, but I love it. It's what, you know, I'm passionate about, so I'm blessed to be doing it. Time to go and get some miles in the tank. Right, okay, hopefully this thing isn't too loud and you can actually hear me. But that's halfway, 25 minutes down, 25 minutes to go. Keeping it very sensible, sticking that around, you know, the borderline between zone 1 and zone 2. No need to go mad. I forgot how boring it was running on a treadmill, but it's convenient and I need to get some volume in the legs. I didn't fancy going too far, so yeah, another 25 minutes, let's do it. Okay, and that is pretty much, yeah, that's a wrap. 50 minutes done, average heart rate 134, so comfortably zone 1 in the end. A bit of time in zone 2 there as well. Let's have a little look. Watch says average pace 4:53, but I don't believe that. It was more about getting the time on feet as opposed to hitting any sort of splits. So that's an evening's work or an afternoon's work. That's a day's work. I've earned myself some good grub tonight, so don't know what's on the cards in a minute. I have to check the fridge, but I'll be showing you, of course, as per usual, to when these vlogs out. And so stay tuned for grub, stay tuned for dinner. It's coming soon. Okay, and just like that, the day draws to a close, and I've got my dinner here ready to be consumed. I've got a little bit of a prawn spaghetti situation here, a few cherry tomatoes in there, chucked in some leafy greens at the end for some extra vegetables, topped with Parmesan cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano, you know how we do, black pepper, sea salt, chili flakes, you know the score, keeping it nice and simple. Prawns cooked in a very, very basic sort of, you know, herb mix. Didn't have a lot of time this evening. Ended up getting stuck into another little bit of work. Mum was busy with work. Old man was busy with work. So, you know, we've thrown something together nice and quick. Whilst the family's here, I want to go and enjoy it. So I've come down to the bottom of the garden to do a quick outro. But thank you so very much for watching another episode of this Chasing Hyrox Valencia series. They're coming thick and fast every week. I'm bringing you an episode a week, building into Valencia in the middle of October, so stay tuned for plenty more content coming real soon. I'd really appreciate if you could hit that like button, drop a comment down below, you know, tell me what you want to see. If there's any sort of educational pieces you want to see, let me know that. If there's anything you want to see in these specific vlogs, again, let me know. And if you could hit that subscribe button, it shows me that, you know, I'm doing a decent job here, and I'd appreciate it if you, of course, enjoyed this video. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to enjoy this now, go and spend the meal with the family, and I'll see you all in the next one in a bit.